Mechanism of urine formation. It is a part of human urinary system. This urine formation involves four stages. Number one, glomerular filtration. Two, tubular reabsorption. Three, tubular secretion. Four, concentration of urine. Then the first stage is glomerular filtration. See here, this is the Bowman capsule. The Bowman capsule, and this is the glomerulus. So blood from afferent arterioles enter into the glomerulus. From here, the blood will be sent out through efferent arteriole. Here, the narrowness of this efferent arteriole, this causes the pressure in glomerulus. This pressure formed in glomerulus is called a pressure. The filtration is called pressure filtration or ultrafiltration. So this pressure helps in the filtration of waste from this blood. So here it is a pressure filtration or ultrafiltration. Then what are the materials which are filtered here? That is waste molecules, nutrient molecules and water. So these are the filtrates. So these filtrates from glomerulus enter into the Bowman capsule. This is the Bowman capsule. Then the second step, tubular reabsorption. So here the filtrates from the glomerulus enter into the Bowman's capsule. So here these filtrates now called as primary urine. So here the primary urine is there. This primary urine is equal to blood in chemical composition, but except the presence of blood cells. It is equal to blood chemically, but there are no blood cells. Then these are the peritubular capillaries. The peritubular capillaries around the PCT reabsorbs, here it is reabsorbing, the components. So what are those? Glucose, amino acids, vitamin C, potassium, calcium, sodium, chloride, and also 75% of water. All these are reabsorbed by these peritubular capillaries from PCT, proximal convolution tubule. Then the third stage is tubular secretion. So here the urine travels from this PCT to this a loop. The U-shaped loop is called as loop of Henle. And from this loop of Henle, it enters into the DCT, distal convolution tubules. So here waste like potassium, sodium, chloride and hydrogen secretes from peritubular capillaries into this DCT, distal convolution tubule. So this addition of these secretion of the K plus Na plus Cl minus H plus ions maintain the proper concentration of the urine. Also, it ensures the removal of all the waste products from the blood. So what are those? Urea, uric acid and creatinine. The next fourth step is formation of hypertonic urine. So here while the urine is passing through the PCT, here 75% of water is reabsorbed. Then the 10% of the water will be reabsorbed in loop of Henle. Right? Then further concentration of the urine takes place in this. What is it? Collecting tube. So in this collecting tube, the vasopressin is produced. That is changing the concentration of the urine. Then what is this vasopressin? So the vasopressin is the hormone secreted only when concentrated urine is to be passed. So when the vasopressin is absent or not produced, the urine will become dilute. That will become dilute urine. So here the absence of hormone vasopressin causes a disease. That disease is called diabetes insipidus. So what are the symptoms of diabetes insipidus? That is excessive, repeated and dilute urination. These are the symptoms: excessive, repeated and dilute urination. Then urine from collecting tubes enter through the pelvis. The broad part of the uterus is called as pelvis. So then that urine enters into the uterus. Here the urine moves in ureters through peristalsis. The peristaltic movements cause the downward movement of the urine. Then the length of this each ureter is about 30 centimeters. The length of the ureter is about 30 centimeters. Then the urine from ureter enters into the urinary bladder. So this is the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is pear shaped. The shape of the urinary bladder is like a pear and it is a distensible sac. Then the capacity of the urinary bladder is 300 to 800 milliliters. The capacity is 300 to 800 milliliters. Then the urine from the urinary bladder enters into the next part, urethra. So here the entry of urethra is guarded by a ring of sphincters. Here the first one is internal urethral sphincter, then second one is external urethral sphincter. Then length of the urethra in female is 4 centimeters and the length of the urethra in male is 20 centimeters. Then the urine which is there in urinary bladder will be excreted through the urethra. So overall here in the kidneys the nephrons are there. The nephrons will filter the blood and the excretory materials will enter into the pelvis in the form of urine that will comes down through the ureter and reaches the urinary bladder. So here from the urinary bladder the urine will be excreted out through the urethra. So this is about the formation of urine and how the urine is excreted out in the human beings.